Hi there, this is Rajat here from Startup Frat, welcoming you to this live stream. And today, what we're going to talk about is what to optimize for. Like, if you're a business builder, if you're building a business, or if you're building a practice, if you're a consultant trying to take your practice online, or if you're a small business owner or a certified practitioner, like if you're a doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant with your own practice, you're trying to expand your business after the ravages of the two lockdowns, or if you're a small business owner, like a salon owner, like a restaurateur, like a travel agency or something, you're trying to get that up spike after the economy has opened up, then this video could be for you. Because what's happened in the two lockdowns, or what's happened when the economy has turned a little, is that lots of new ideas, new forms of marketing, new agencies, new help, support, courses, a lot of new information and help is now available in the market because people have learned how to do business differently. A lot of times what happens is this kind of information can also make you confused. Yeah, you're like, oh, there's so much of information, and then suddenly now I'm having to invest in my marketing, which I never had to do before. Yeah, so the traditional form of marketing in the Indian economy ever since the 1970s is something called supply generation marketing, which is the demand in the Indian economy has always been rising. Yeah, so if you see the graph from 1974 till probably 2018, 1974 to 2018, you see that the demand in the economy has constantly been on the upswing. It's only after 2018 due to certain factors, and then in 2020 due to COVID that there has been a slash in demand, and we've suddenly become an oversupplied economy. So what's the difference between a supply driven economy and suddenly an oversupplied economy? Supply driven economy is like when you already have demand for different things, all you got to do is figure out where to get the stuff, how to supply the stuff, how to keep the customer happy, because the customer is desirous. Okay, so in this upswing, people have the demand for things like cars, houses, luxury vacations, for buying more apparel, going to malls, watching more movies in multiplexes. This kind of demand, consumer demand, is constantly be on the upswing. And what most business owners pretty much had to figure out was how to just get it together and supply the thing. Yeah, demand for education has been on the upswing. All you got to figure out is how to just get a franchisee of a school, set it up together, because the students are already there waiting to get admission to your school. Little things like that have always been happening, except that after 2018-19 there has been a little slowdown, and then in 2020, boom, demand goes rock bottom. So unless you're providing an absolutely essential service, like you're a chemist store, like you're a kirana store, suddenly you're finding, oh my god, the customer demand is evaporating. Now I need to invest into my marketing in order to sustain the business or grow the business or be in the economy, right? So a lot of different things have come out, a lot of different ideas have come out. Some of it can get confusing, and today I want to help you get some clarity on what is the best way to move forward. Okay, now while I do provide information as well as services in this area, we are a marketing consulting company. We primarily support corporates, but in the middle of the lockdown, we've been able to create our own. Academy where you can get this information. We've been able to get our own digital marketing agency in place and everything. But what I'm going to share with you today is not going to be based around my products and services. It's going to be based around my journey. I started out as a medical doctor working in a government hospital, and then I wanted to get into entrepreneurship. So first I had to learn sales and marketing. So I had to actually go out and do a sales job. So I had to learn how to do sales. So I sold home loan refinance, having a medical degree, because I wanted to get into entrepreneurship later. So I did all of that. I actually had my own import-export consulting business, which went down in the 2008 market crash after the housing crash in the US, because I had primarily export clients, which means clients were abroad and suppliers were in India. So obviously that business got hit in 2008. Then I got the opportunity to join a group of people who were building a startup. So from 2008 to 2015, we built and sold a startup in Silicon Valley for close to 500 crore rupees, thus bringing hundreds of crores of rupees of foreign exchange and taxes to India, which of course I'm very proud of, but I don't get the entire credit because there are different people involved in doing different things. There were 5 directors, there was CEO, the whole team and everything. Everybody played a role. I was happy to be part of that story and everything. But I learned different lessons during this journey. I was able to build myself a financial retirement before the age of 35, which means I've been paying myself a pension since the age of 35. Yeah, so my investments kind of generate some passive income and everything, generates a pension that most people would kill for. Yeah, but learning during this time, learning from different people, learning how things are done, primarily let's say in America or in other developed countries, how is it that they are more advanced in certain things than we are in India, although we provide all of the brains in the country. The most highly qualified people in the largest numbers on the world are Indians. Highest number of engineers, highest number of lawyers, highest number of doctors all over the globe are Indian people. So why is it that, the certain economies are more advanced than us, ahead of us? Because the way they think is different, very different from the way we think in India. So I would like to provide all of this insight to you based on my own journey. Okay, based on my own journey. And then of course, if you feel that there is something that we can do for you, my agency can do for you, or you would like to work with me, I'll provide you some resources wherein you can get in touch with us and things like that. However, this training is primarily meant for people in the Startup Hangout, which is our free training forum, where you can absolutely join and get lots of free training. Will save you at least 50,000 to a lakh of rupees in critical decision taking, especially in the area of sales and marketing, and in certain areas of digital marketing. Because digital is big these days. You must be hearing everybody's trying to do Facebook ads and everything. Even I have learned to do Facebook ads for my business consultancy, which was earlier mainly offline, but now trying to get it online more and more. So all of that is happening in the market. So just lost my train of thought there for a second, but yeah, yeah, what I'd like to do is provide you clarity on how to take decisions better. I would like you to interact a lot. At every point, I'm going to go through 5 or 6 points. I want you to interact and say, what are the parts in your business that are concerning you? And I promise that within the next 2 or 3 days, I'll get to your comment. I'll probably respond to you personally or something like that, because I really do want, as an economy and as a nation, for us to start thinking differently. I have this firm belief in my mind that the things I learned about business building, entrepreneurship, sales and marketing from my American CEO are, is something that totally changed my life. And I would like to bring all of this learning from the last 15 years of sales and doing sales and marketing across many different countries, many different product lines, over to you today for free. Now, if you're watching this video anywhere other than our Facebook Hangout group, then what you want to do is you want to head over to startupfrat.club/Facebook. You want to head on over to startupfrat.club/Facebook. Okay, startupfrat.club/Facebook. You can see I've got a doctor's handwriting right there. startupfrat.club/Facebook. And you want to join up because I'm giving at least in a month, I give at least 50,000 to a lakh of rupees worth of business education for free. Yeah, that you don't need to go out and buy courses and stuff like that. And it's not out of the goodness of my heart. I'm doing this to serve the community that stood by me back in the lockdown in March to March to July of last year, which is 2020, and a lot of people gave me a lot of love. I've got 20,000 plus followers in the Hangout. Just want to keep serving them. And of course, if you are a business person who wants to get clarity or wants to get services in the areas of marketing, who wants to get marketing consulting, sales consulting, or even digital setup and things like that, I would absolutely love it if you consider us to do business with. And we have different avenues wherein you can actually hire our teams and things like that. You can actually work personally with me as well. And if any of this education is of value to you, I would definitely like it that you consider us. So I've got something in it for me, and that is why I'm giving you this top class business education, guaranteed to be the best on the planet, all for free. All right, so let's continue. The topic of today's video is what to optimize for. What to optimize for. At different times and different stages in your business, you're going to have to optimize for different things because you want different types of results at different stages in your business life. Okay, even if you're a corporate professional who is planning or thinking or dreaming about having your own business someday, providing this, let's say you're an HR guy, you say, okay, I don't want to work for this company, but I do want to have my own HR consultancy where I can provide this service en masse to many people, then definitely this information also is for you. Like, what do you optimize for at different stages even during your dreaming and planning stage? You got to optimize for different things at different points. If you are a small business owner, definitely you want to optimize for different things at different points. If you're a certified professional like a doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, architect, who's lost in an ocean of other such doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, and architects, and you don't feel so special anymore in spite of having that big ass degree, yeah, then you want to look at different types of expansion. You want to have a personal footprint in the market where you're deemed as the authority and you get lots of inbound business, and then you want to have a business house which provides that service in different formats to different people, thus maximizing the profitability and the returns for you. Then this information could be for you. So what do I mean when I say what to optimize for? What, like in your business or in your proposed business or in your practice or in your digital marketing or in your sales or in your hand-to-hand sales or in your high-ticket sales, what are the things that you need to be looking for at different points? How do you optimize for them? Let's start with the first example. That should make it very clear. I have some notes over here, because sometimes I get lost in my thoughts and things like that. I miss the main point. Not very recommended during a live stream. Okay, so now, the first thing that all of us Desi people, we are trained to optimize for is cost. Okay, cost. Always spend the least amount of money. Always spend the least amount of money to try to get the best possible result. Yeah, a lot of us also think, like I used to think when I started out, that I don't want to invest any money in setting up my business. I don't want to invest any money in marketing it. And I had no money at that point. I was very young. And then I said, I want to become a millionaire without ever investing any money. Yeah. So the first thing that we are trained in general to optimize for is cost. Okay. Now I'd just like to give you a historical basis, and I'd just like to give you a present tense kind of setting the level so that you understand where we stand. See, we come from an economy which has been ravaged by hundreds of years of economic slavery first. The second thing is, even after independence, we've gone through many years where trust was not there in the economy. If you paid somebody $10 and you immediately did not get the product, then you can pretty much bet your ass that the guy you gave $10 to is going to run away with your $10 and never bother to give you anything for it, right? So trust in the economy was low, and in many regions of the country, it is still low. Like, people are scared of spending money without having a tangible product. People are scared of spending in advance, making credit card payments and things like that online in order to receive delivery of a product. Because till now what happens is, sometimes that happens, you pay somebody, they never deliver you the product or something like that, right? So the trust level in historical times, from historical times till today, has been on the low side. Okay, in spite of the fact that from 1974 to 2018 the economy was on a steady rise, we have always looked at ourselves as a relatively poor nation. We say, oh my god, I want to do this for cheap, I want to do that for cheap, I don't want to go premium, just cut costs, which is awesome. It had its place in history. Yeah, maybe in many ways and many cases it has its place in today's times, but not in all cases. I'm just going to give you some example. Okay, so I just told you I've done that myself in the early stages. When I was starting out as a medical doctor, I wanted to learn entrepreneurship. I wanted to one day build a big business, and my mentor told me at the time, you need to learn sales and marketing. Right? So was the first thing I did. I joined a multi-level marketing company. So I did network marketing. Yeah, best way to absolutely build a business without investing a lot in infrastructure. Don't need any office or employees. Don't need to invest in your marketing. Don't need to invest in the product. And you can potentially, at least in those times, you could do all of this stuff for free and potentially hope and dream that you could make it big. Okay. And to a large extent, it is still true today. However, today there are much better ways of doing marketing. I'm going to share some of them with you. So for example, if you're into any kind of, let us say, I'm going to take the example of performance marketing. Let's say you are an insurance seller who sells third-party services, like you're selling some LIC, you're selling some Max New York life insurance or something like that. It's not your own product. You don't have your brand name on it, but it's a product from a company that you're selling in exchange for commission. If you're a mutual fund seller, if you're a real estate broker, you're a stock trader, what you're doing is you're selling somebody's stuff in return for the commission you'll make on the transaction. Okay, network marketing comes under that area as well. Real estate, the brokers and all, they come into this area. Okay, so what is the way, like most people I see, they get business? What is the way that they get business? The way they get business is, the first thing they do is, like, they probably build a list for free, then Telephony is obviously for free, so they'll call everybody, and they assume that it's for free, so let's do calling for free. Let's set up appointments, then I'm going to just travel and meet all of these people, and then I'm going to hope and pray that 1 in 20 of them or 1 in 10 of them will buy my policy, from which I will make the commission, which is awesome. That's the old model, still works very well in many cases. In many cases, it doesn't work very well. The reason it doesn't work very well is today the cost of time of living on the planet is so high that all of the time that you're wasting making these phone calls and things like that could probably be better used if you use some force multipliers. If you use things like Facebook ads, for example, if you used things like pre-qualifying Zoom calls. I'm going to meet you on a Zoom call. I want to see your face. We want to meet on video. I want to ask you some questions. Based on my questions, if I think you're qualified, then I'll take the trip to come out and meet you. Very simple, some pre-qualification on Zoom call, which in today's time is very, very prevalent in India today because of all the lockdown and all of that has happened. So nobody minds. Everybody's got Zoom on their phone. Everybody's attending webinars on that Zoom all the time. So if you tell them, I want to have a Zoom call with you 15 minutes, I want to ask you some questions before I make the trip to come out to meet you, then definitely that's a better use of your time than actually making all these trips and everything. Doing a little bit of Facebook advertising, SMS advertising, newspaper flyers or something like that can really help. It's a force multiplier, it costs money. So are you optimizing for cost? Like, what are the areas that you're optimizing for cost in your business? And are these the areas that, like, in every area of your business, you cannot optimize for cost? In every area of business, you cannot optimize for cost. Imagine a builder is building a building, like building a construction or something, and it's going to be for housing, and they say let's optimize for cost and use the cheapest possible cement, use the cheapest possible steel, cheapest possible everything. Then that building is going to come down tomorrow. It's going to cause a lot of trouble. So for everything you don't optimize for cost. For many things you still do optimize for cost. I totally agree with you. That's how I started. I learned a lot of skills along the way. I got a lot of rejection, so I became thick-skinned when facing rejection, and I built the mind muscle to be able to get on my bike, travel 20 kilometers to show somebody the network marketing plan. Yeah, those were all my big gains in life. But I'll tell you honestly, my very first network marketing company that I worked for, I never made it very big. Learned a lot, exerted a lot. I was young, I had time on my side. My upline told me, I don't expect you to become a diamond, and you anyway don't have any money, so I can't expect you to move large volumes of product or anything like that. But what you can do is do this as hard as you can, because the learning you're going to get from here is going to drive towards your future prosperity. So he told me upfront that the condition that you're in, I don't expect you to make it big. Don't have unnecessary dreams. And he said, just focus on your job, just work hard in the hospital, serve society, whatever. And the day you're ready, you can quit the job and then you can go into entrepreneurship or something like that, right? So he made the expectation very clear for me. He said, optimizing for cost, you can build the skills, you can build the mind muscle, you can get the experience, and you can become thick-skinned by getting lots of rejection. But apart from that, you may not get monetary benefit, because many areas in life you cannot optimize for cost. Unfortunately, today in India, you cannot optimize for cost in your marketing, which means you cannot do all these phone calls. It's a total waste of your time. Even if you have an employee who you're paying 10,000-12,000 rupees and all they're doing is making phone calls, total waste of your time. There are hundreds of areas where your competition is going to beat you using little bits of money, and they're going to smoke you out of the market. So if you're an LIC agent, you probably have felt this. The market is like not that happy anymore. Mutual fund agent, not that happy anymore. Although the stock market is growing, but the people to get trust from people using phone calls, WhatsApp, going on social media, blasting your phone number here or there, spamming and all of that, not only is a big waste of your time, the second thing is it doesn't get results. And there are other people, competitors of yours, who will smoke you out of the market for marketing budgets of, let's say, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 rupees a month. Okay, so that's not a good area to optimize for cost. Maybe there are some other areas to optimize for cost. Absolutely. I'll tell you what area. Like, I built this Facebook Hangout in the time of the lockdown, and I said, I've been trying. I had this idea about online marketing and all of that. Let me see if I can digitize all my sales and marketing consultancy into using Facebook ads, using digital platform and all of that. And my entire business has been built on this using these cheap headphones. Okay, entire business, because Not because I couldn't afford a better mic at that time, because Amazon was not delivering a mic. Like, just remember 2020, March, April, May, like Amazon was not delivering at that time. You couldn't get out of your house, you couldn't do anything. So I just used this cheap ass mic. And not only was I able to create a good fan following at that time, I was able to build about 3,000 people in the Facebook Hangout in a period of 3 months. Fan following of 3,000 people is pretty solid, yeah. And I was also able to digitize a lot of my sales and marketing advice and create a separate line of business that generates over 2 lakh rupees a month for me every month now. Okay, I did it on these little cheap. As you can see, I'm still recording the video on these. This is my backup mic always, because it never fails. Although the main mic may fail. Yeah, this is my main mic over here somewhere, the black thing. Okay, where is it? Is it here? Oh, my God. Okay. All right. So, absolutely, if you're starting out, that's what we teach in our Startup Frat Academy, which is our academy program. Don't worry about these mic and camera and webcam and all of this crap, because this is the stuff that you can not worry about right now, because it doesn't need to be perfect. However, not investing money in your marketing, not having web presence, not having a solid Facebook group or any kind of, following online, that's gonna hurt you. You can make all the phone calls that you want and do all the WhatsApp spamming that you want, but you're gonna get left behind, and your competition is gonna just smoke you out of the market in 5 seconds flat with very little money. So that's not an area that you optimize for cost. Okay, so what is optimizing for cost? Always going the cheapest, lowest, and not being very, very tight with money all the time when you don't need to. You need to advance. Okay, I don't make any money by giving you this advice, by the way. I'll probably create more competition, because there are other consultants like me who learn this from me and probably compete against me in the market. But I still want to give you that advice. Don't use pager in the time of mobile, and don't use mobile in the time of internet, right? So don't do that. What is the second? Optimizing for time. Well, the second thing you can optimize for time. Optimize for time. How do you save time and get ahead in business? Time in business is everything. If you can get ahead 2 paces outside of your competition today, then you can turn that 2 into 20 tomorrow and 20 into 400 the day after. It compounds. The faster, the more ahead of competition you are, the faster your speed can be to increase that gap all the time. Okay, it's a first movers market. Second movers will get penalized. Okay, so what is time? Think about one-time things that are very, very complicated to learn and perfect. But if you were able to pay somebody to do it for you, it's called done for you services. It would probably cost a lot of money, but you would save the time and you'd be on the other side of that obstacle very fast. Yeah. What does that mean? So there is a particular technology that by default, to do it well, it costs a lot of money. Let us say building a website. If you want a well-performing website, what's a well-performing website? It can get 10,000 hits a day and not go down. The server will be like solid. Website uptime will be solid. People can open it on a 6x4 screen, 7x3 screen, laptop screen, computer screen, TV screen, and the website will be all nice looking as per the screen that they're opening it on. Okay, so it's mobile optimized, TV optimized, laptop optimized, desktop optimized, iPhone optimized, Android optimized, all of this stuff, right? It looks nice and sexy, and any device that people open on from anywhere, boom, it like loads fast. And then it has some functionality of marketing, which means it pulls the customers into an inquiry form, or pulls the customers in, gives them some information that compels them to reach out to you or something like that. If there is a click to call button that opens on their phone, they can click one button and call your call center or help desk. That's a well-performing website that can act as a customer acquisition tool. It's not just some like poster website. You have 3 pages based on some crappy Snapdragon platform or something like that, right? It's a nice, well-performing little thing. Doesn't need to be very big, doesn't need to be 2,000 pages. Can be 3, 4, 5 pages, not to worry. But it performs well, draws the customers in, gets you the inquiries, gets you the sales. Today, a good, well-performing website costs 60,000 rupees. Okay. Now, I see a lot of ads and I attend these webinars myself where people are teaching each other how to build this website. Good WordPress website for free, for like do it yourself, like learn all the server domain, DNS configuration, what server package to buy. First of all, websites are never free. You can build the website for free, but to host it on the internet, you have to pay money. It's like you can buy a house, like you can inherit a house for free, but you still got to pay the property taxes to the government like all the time. Okay. So similarly, to keep your website on the internet, there's something called hosting, which is you got to pay a company to make sure that this thing pops up every time somebody hits the domain name and it like performs and everything. There is an annual fee or a monthly fee for that, right? So nothing is really free online. Nothing is free online. Okay. So a good website will cost you 60,000 rupees. Good website will cost you 60,000 rupees. Okay. Now in our Startup Academy, which is our retail wing where we give out information, we don't do anything for people. We say, okay, this is the best information on the planet, just learn it and all that. We recommend, if you don't have money, you don't need to build a website. No problem. You can build a business without a website. No problem. Okay. However, the day you decide that no, I want my own domain name, I want my website, I want this, I want that, that day, budget for time, optimize for time, and have 60 grand in your pocket. If you want a good WordPress website, very simple. WordPress is the best, it's also the cheapest. Other websites may cost you less to set up, but will cost you longer over the long term. Okay, good WordPress website, pay an agency, they will set it up for you. The price is $1,000, 60,000. I pay that for my own website. Okay, by the way, I have a running digital marketing agency, but I still pay an outside person who's a website specialist $1,000 to get my little 4-page crappy website up and running. It works. It is not the best, and I got it up and running in 3 days flat, and it's been up and running since that time, never gone down. It's doing very well. Okay, so I paid 60 grand for it. Now, could I have actually gone and learned how to do I actually tried to learn all the server setup, DNS configuration, this, that, the other. See, there are certain things in your marketing that you should never do yourself, and a website is one of them. Don't optimize for cost over here, optimize for time. Pay a good professional agency, average price 60,000 rupees or in that range. Somebody will give you a discount, 55,000, 55 grand, whatever, that price range. If somebody says, pay me 10 grand and do it for cheap, that's not where you optimize for cost, because you will waste 6 months of your life trying to master this, and you will never master this. I can guarantee you that. Especially if you're a business owner, even if you're a private practitioner, doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, architect, if you're a corporate professional who wants to get along with their business, set up their agency, make money. If you're a small business owner, you already have a business running on the ground, you're stealing time away from this business, in order to go digital. Why the hell are you doing that? Like, do you want to be a website specialist, or do you want to be the number one salon in the world, number one restaurant in your area, number one travel agency in your town, or whatever? Do you want to focus on that, or do you want to become a digital marketer? All of us cannot become digital marketers. Very simple. I own a digital agency. I am not a digital marketer. I tell you, I'm horrible at this. Why am I using 2 mics to record this? Because I always screw up. Okay, so I don't want to master. I want to become a master at any of this stuff. I always want to pay somebody, get it done. So you optimize for time. Okay, then what is the third thing you optimize for? You optimize for results. Optimize for results. Okay, optimize for results. Now let me just give you the example, reading out from my notebook. Okay. How do you optimize for results? Let us say you're a real estate broker and you've been getting leads from friends, relatives, references from existing customers, etc. Okay. At some point you're like, there is a new scheme coming up in a prime area of town, which is guaranteed going to be sold out in the next 3 months because it's a nice builder, it's a nice location, it's a nice city. Let's say you're in Bombay, Pune, any of these fast moving economies, Bangalore, Delhi, Gurgaon, you know the thing is going to be sold out in 3 months. Okay. So what do you want to do? Where do you get all the leads from? You literally go to a digital marketing agency and they will sell you the leads. They'll say, I'll give you the leads. You can follow them yourself. Maybe you can buy the leads from these listing places like 99 acres or whatever it is, Magic Bricks. Okay. I don't know how that works, but long story short is you'll get the leads. The leads will not be the best. Anytime you get leads from a third party, they're not going to be the best. However, you get the result. You can buy 10,000 of these leads, shoot out a WhatsApp blast or SMS blast, get some of them to call you back, call them into your office, and very soon you'll have the momentum going. Okay, will all the leads be the best? Will they be like, oh, I want this, come, let me just quickly negotiate on the price? Will you sell 10 apartments in a week? The answer is no. But will you get the results faster than you could do it yourself? The answer is yes. Will these leads be expensive? Yes. Will they be crappy? Yes. But will you have the result? Yes. Yeah, you can work the back end as long as you can get the front end out of the picture. Okay, now at this point, if you try to learn digital marketing, the scheme will be sold out before you learn digital marketing. If you learn how to do Facebook ads, it'll be sold out by then. Even if you do hire an agency to do Facebook ads for you, they're going to ask you for the content. What should I put in the ads? Like, where is your landing page? Like, do you want me to build a landing page for you? And then all this complication, you're going to lose it, man. You're going to lose it. So what do? You just go to the shortest and easiest way to get the result, which is, I've got 2 employees, let's say 3 employees, like I have 2 employees. I want 1,000 leads now. You can just go to Magic Bricks, buy 1,000 leads, or there'll be other digital marketing agencies in your area who will be specializing in real estate leads. And they will not be the best leads, and you will be very frustrated with them, but you will have 1,000 leads. And you sure as hell will close a few deals if you work those leads hard enough. Very simple. At this point in time, if you're running against time, against cost, you want to get the results, that is the smart thing to do. That is the smart thing to do. Very simple. Okay. Just to give you my own perspective, when I launched this Startup Frat Hangout, the way it worked was I was running webinar leads. I was running traffic to a webinar, and then on the thank you page, like you would say, just join my Facebook group or something like that. And then that's how the people started coming into the group. Nobody ever bought in the webinar. But I realized that if I put daily videos in this Facebook group, I would always get 1 inquiry, 2 inquiries a day. So nobody was coming to the webinar or buying in the webinar. But if I gave like lots of free value every single day, everybody would watch a few videos, they would give them some ideas, and they would always come, I would get at least 1 good inquiry a day, average. I didn't close many of those deals. I got like a few customers initially. And then I realized this is very painful. I got a plan first of all, I didn't know how to make videos. If you see some of my very, very old videos, terrible camera confidence, horrible voice, the mic was not working properly, a lot of problems. Okay. But if I could push through that, and in the middle of the lockdown, my time was free. So I said, what else am I doing with my time? Nothing, just watching TV, Netflix and all. Better than that, if I could make those videos painfully with less skills than I have today, and if I could just push those out mercilessly, 1 every day, then I would get enough business during the week or during the month to make my new kind of digital side of the business real over time. Okay. Could I optimize for time over there, saying, why the hell am I wasting 4 hours a day making these stupid videos when I can have everybody come to a webinar? Well, the webinar ain't working anyway. So you cannot optimize for time. You have to push through. Okay. Can you optimize for cost? Can I just pump my webinar is not working? Instead of spending 1,000 rupees a day, can I change that result in 10,000 rupees a day? Can I push money into it and get over the problem? The answer is no. There is only one thing that you got to do, and you got to do it. So what is it that I can do to optimize for the results? What is the one thing that is getting me the result? Like doing these free videos, giving out. It was a very difficult decision for me to give out most of my best knowledge away for free, for which I charge corporates 25 lakhs a year, 30 lakhs a year. Yeah, just to do a consultation with a corporate like this. At that time, I used to charge 55,000 rupees an hour. Today, I've raised the rates to 65,000, which is $1,000 an hour. And to give a lot of this information out for free, like my heart would burn inside my chest. Yeah. But I had to do it because the results were coming only from there. I would make a little bit of money when I launched my first program. It was 2,700 rupees. I was making very little money, but it was working. It was starting to work. The dream was starting to come alive. Yeah, the dream was starting to come alive. Now, at this point, if you're watching this video and you really think that this information is really worth a lot of money, it's business information, none of this is about digital marketing, yeah, then I would like you to leave me a good comment. That gives the algorithm some momentum, plus it tells Facebook that you like this stuff. So every time I release a video, Facebook is going to notify you and everything, right? So if you like this, we are only probably 30% of the way down the lesson today. But if you're liking this till now, you think it's absolutely the world's best business education, give me a good solid comment in the comments box. Yeah, let's go to the next one. What else do you optimize for? What else do you optimize for? Number 4, you optimize for progress. You optimize for progress. Okay, let me just look at what example I can give you. Yes, progress. So progress, this is a combination of like results and time. So when we say time, always, if you want to save time, always buy a service. In the industry, we call it done for you, DFI. You'll hear this term a lot in India now because we've all borrowed this from the West. Although India is the world's biggest hub of done for you. कर देंगे sir, आप advance payment कर दो, काम हो जाएगा. That is done for you. We've been following it forever, but the DFY term, it's come from abroad. In our culture, it has been there forever. Always pay somebody to do it, man. Always pay somebody to do it. If you want to optimize for time, always pay somebody to do it. Second, if you want to optimize for result, always buy the result. Buy the result. Okay, the example I gave you about buying leads from 99 acres, even though the leads may be total crap, but you just bought the result, man. It's done. You don't need to be perfect. Every time you try to optimize for one thing, there are other areas that will become imperfect. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, so you cannot optimize every part of your business at every point in time for every little thing. You can't optimize all the parts of your business for the lowest cost. You can't do it. It won't work. You can't optimize all the parts of your business for highest speed. You can't do it. You'll waste money. Yeah. So there are certain parts of the business you got to optimize for time. Certain parts of the business you got to optimize for effort, for money, or whatever it is. Different parts of your business need to be optimized for different things at different points. Only you as a business owner can take that decision. Okay. So results, buy the result. Then progress. What is progress? What is progress, man? What is progress? Progress is a complicated little thing. It's kind of more like a combination of these other three. What is progress? What is progress? Progress is a combination of equipment, learning, mastering the process, and seeing it done once so that the whole module fits into your brain, and then you can move ahead from that point. Okay, let me explain to you with an example. So every time you want to insert, so I'm a sales and marketing consultant, so all the examples I have are sales and marketing examples. So let us say that you say that you should do a lot of YouTubing. Let us say somebody said that you should do a lot of YouTubing and that will build visibility for your business. That's fine. Now, how do you do YouTubing? How do you do YouTubing? You're like, first of all, they'll say, well, you need to have a good camera, so there is equipment in the game. Then if the camera is away from you, you're doing a whiteboard session, then how do you do the mic? Like you need a wired mic and everything. You probably need a video editing software. Then when you actually make the video, assuming you learn how to make the video, you're able to cut a good video. Then while uploading it, you need the right thumbnails and the keywords, and all of this complication can set you back by years together. There are hundreds of different pieces that go into it. It can set you back years together. So how do you what do you do? Like, what is the cheapest software, video editing software you can get? What is the right type of mic for the cheapest possible budget that you can get? What is the right camera? What is the right lighting? And all of these complications, will set you back by time. So cost is involved, time is involved, and you will have results. You'll be able to upload a video and all, but like, how does the video really go viral? Like, how do you do the SEO? How do you do the thumbnail? All these complications. Okay, what you got to do is, at this point when you're optimizing for progress, get any good consultant to guide you, or if you have somebody in your family who has any idea about how to do it, as long as they seem like they know something, you got to trust them. And then you got to do every one of the things that they tell you once, even though it may be imperfect. You will lose money, you will probably also lose time, and you may also not get the result. So you're neither optimizing for cost, nor optimizing for time, nor getting the perfect result. However, what you get in the bargain is progress. Once you do it once, you understand all the pieces, and then you can improve all the rest of the pieces one by one. Right? I told you how I started doing video in the Facebook group with this cheap mic, or Amazon was not sending me a mic. And then somebody said, oh, you need a better mic. Most of the stupid people who have never made money in life will always tell you that you need to do something better before you get started. No, you don't need to do anything better before you need to get started. However, there was a point in life when I said, okay, Amazon is on, let me get a mic. I got a mic, which is like, you must be knowing these brands, cheap brands, Maono and Fifine. I still use those mics, absolutely good. I'll use this white mic, absolutely good, no problem. I got the mic, I got a better webcam, then I got a better camera, which I'm shooting this on. And then I learned the game of making videos. They were not perfect. And till today, I don't know any SEO analytics at all whatsoever. And I don't pay anyone for SEO analytics because I just don't have the time. And I don't make any crazy thumbnails because I just don't have the time. I should, but I don't right now. Okay. But I have got on the other side of it, which is what? Cost me a lot of money, was not perfect initially. Cost me a lot of time, which thankfully good old, the universe had gifted us with lots of time during that time. Right now, you don't have a choice. You have a running business, yet you got to invest the time to learn this. My first few results were horrendous. If you see my first few videos, I would cringe putting them up, but I got on the other side of it. Now I can make half good videos like I'm making today. Okay, this video will still go out without a thumbnail on the day of recording. It's still gonna go without a thumbnail, and I don't do any SEO keyword research right now, which at some point I'll probably hire an agency to do for me. However, I am on the other side of it. I am a successful video maker who's got like 50 different videos on YouTube and everything like that. And now I can do this. So I'm on the other side of it. What has happened as a result is progress. Now somebody told me for podcasting, you need a totally different mic because nobody's watching your whiteboard, nobody's watching your lips move. So the voice needs to be that much clear. On top of that, people listen to their podcast with the thing in their ear or probably when they're driving. So you want the mic to soften your voice so that it becomes like smooth and sexy to hear, right? So then I didn't know what mic to buy. I just called one of my cousins who I really, really trust with audio video. He's not the best. He's not a digital marketer and he doesn't have a business like mine. So he's very likely to not know what I need to achieve. However, I trust him with audio, video and internet, right? And he says, get this mic. This mic costs $100. So for podcasting, I'm going to start podcasting. I got this mic. I went online, I checked up the reviews for this mic, and for 3 days I was checking the reviews, and then there were other mics that were equally good, which are slightly cheaper, slightly expensive, etc., etc. Finally, I said, screw it. 3 days of my life is already wasted. I'm just going to buy it. So I put some money in it, and then I'm going to try out a few podcasts with it, and then I'm going to see what the result is. I'm sure the result is going to be imperfect when I start. However, a month after that, I will realize what the best mic is. I will realize what the best way to do it is. I will become faster at doing the process and I'll be on the other side of it. Progress would have resulted. Yeah? Progress would have resulted. So that's how you get progress. Yeah, just try it once, step forward and make it happen. Okay, step forward and make it happen. So that's I gotta say, step forward and make it happen. Right? Yeah, optimize for progress at certain point. What is the next one? Speed. Okay, I have a point over here called speed. What is the difference between speed and progress and time? Yes, time. Yeah, time. How to save time? Website gets you. What is the difference between saving time and increasing speed? Saving time is something that is one pivotal thing that is going to cost you months if you try to do it yourself, but it's going to cost you a few days if you pay a specialist, and you got to pay the right price. If you try to undercut over here, try to make a good website in 15 grand, you'll totally screw it up. I can guarantee you, because I have screwed it up many times till I realize, screw it, let's pay $1,000. Okay. So website, 60 grand. What is speed? Speed is something you're doing consistently. It becomes a part of your business process. You got to keep doing it again and again and again and again, right? And then how do you increase speed? When you try to increase speed, invariably, when you increase speed, you will incur more cost. You may have to invest a little time in the short term, and you may not get the actual absolute 100% desired results, but your speed will increase. What does that mean? What does that mean? Now I'm trying to hire a blogger, like, yeah, because I make a lot of videos. I'm very fast at making videos. But if I sit down to write the same thing on a blog, it'll cost me probably 2 days to do it. Yeah, I can make this video today. I've become so fast with my thought process, with camera work and things like that. In about 2 hours, I can conceptualize, produce, cut, upload, and publish a video in about 2 hours. Okay. However, if I were to write the same amount of content, which would be about 2000 words, yeah, about a 40-minute video is about 2000 words. If I was wanting to do that, it would take me at least a few days to write this, and I'm pretty good at writing. Yeah, so I don't do that. I just make these videos, and then I'm going to hire shortly a blogger to what do you call that, transcribe the whole video. Then they're going to cut it into heading, subheading, H1, H2 tag, all this complicated stuff that I don't understand, and they're going to publish it straight to my blog. Okay. Now before I do that, I'm going to have to invest cost, which means I'm going to have to pay them certain amount of money per blog item published. I'm going to have to invest time, which means probably I'll be sitting down with them over the next few weeks, a few hours every week, trying to show them that this is how I want it to look. This is how I want. You want to download some images, high definition images, to illustrate what I just showed on screen, or probably take screenshots of me making some graph or something, make it a nice clean screenshot, attach it as a photo, high definition photo into the blog, because I really want the reader to understand what I'm talking about without having to listen to the video, because some people are faster readers. They don't want to hear a 1 hour video. They might as well flip through the blog article or whatever it is, right? It's all going back into my marketing. I'm not doing it for my passion or anything like that. Yeah, more visibility for me will get me more customers, so I am doing it. Similarly for you, you will have to invest over a period of time. You don't need to do any of the blogging, shogging crap in the beginning. Yeah, we have, if you are in the Startup Frat Academy, we have a very simple process, very simple zero tech, nil tech process, which in a matter of weeks can get you to 5 figures a month, or increase your income or revenue by 5 figures a month, maybe 6 figures, Very simple process, 5 to 6 step process, and you can get it as a base level member in the Startup Frat Academy, which is a silver member in the Startup Frat Academy. You can skyrocket your income by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe a lakh of rupees a month using little to no technology. So all of this stuff I'm telling you, at no point do you need to hire people for increasing your income levels. You want to do all of this when you reach a domination level, where you want to be the only person, the de facto standard in the market. That comes very late. Yeah. So let's talk about speed. Okay. So I'm going to have to sit down with this fellow, like this blogger, for a few hours every week, and I'm going to have to supervise the first 5, 7, 10 blogs published. I'm going to really hate spending that time training a person when I could probably do it better myself. Okay. However, what happens at the end of those 5, 6 weeks? Yeah. I've added a person to my bottom line, which means I'm going to pay them from my profits. So that means I take less profits home. So it's a cost. Second thing is I've already invested 5, 6 weeks of time, total waste of my time, or investment of my time, or whatever. The first few results are going to be crappy, because the first few times you do anything at all, results are crappy. If you get used to that idea, the first time you do something, second time, third time you do something, it's going to be crappy. You get used to that knowledge that I'm going to be crappy at first. That will really make you very successful in life and in business. Okay. So the first few results are going to be crappy. Yeah. I'm not going to make any progress for the first couple of weeks, because this thing is going to go on. I'm going to give him the videos, then he's going to transcribe, then I'm going to say, okay, just put headline, subheadline. No, this is not how you do it. And where are the images and all of this? The progress is not going to be immediate. However, at the other side of those 6 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever, the speed would have increased tremendously, because not only am I publishing videos into Facebook and YouTube, I'm smashing Google with all the written content. Google keywords just looks at written content. Yeah, likhit content. Again, not for you if you're starting out, or if you're a small business owner who doesn't know how to increase or get that uptick in their revenue. This is not for you. Yeah, don't let any of these digital type geeks tell you that you need this. You don't need this. No question about it. You don't. Okay. However, once you reach a domination level and you want to be known as the de facto standard, then you want to have lots of your stuff coming out in all formats. You want video, you want audio, text, whatever there is, right? That's what I'm trying to do. On the other side of those 5 or 6 weeks, I would have gained this speed. speed, volume. Okay, so speed or volume, optimize for speed, optimize for volume. So train people, train, replicate, duplicate, whatever they call it. Yeah, replicate or whatever. Yeah, so those are the 5 ones. Do I have any more? Yeah, that is it. That is it. Okay. So what to optimize for? You got to decide at different points in your business what to optimize for. What to optimize for. Okay. So at this point, what I would really like you to do is, if you have certain areas in your business that you want to optimize for, if you have certain areas of your business that you're already optimized, I want you to comment like what have been your last 3 achievements in business over the last 1 or 2 years. What have been the top 3 areas that you have been able to optimize? And what have you been able to optimize them for, cost or time or results or progress, or what's it going to be? And then I also want to, if you want to ask me a question, you can absolutely comment below saying, this is the area I want to optimize for, what's the best way forward? Yeah, and I'll point you to the right resource. All right. So with that, let me see if I can give you something else. Okay, our best performing webinar, I have automated masterclasses running online. Our best performing webinar is called the product packaging webinar. Just head over to startupfrat.club. Okay, it's just startupfrat.club/product. Okay, startupfrat.club/product. Yeah, that's our best performing masterclass. The recorded masterclass is about 30 minutes long. Okay, and at the end of that, if you really want to work with us, you'll get a couple of options. And our festive best, we are having a Diwali special discount on all of our programs, which could be academy, which could be services, or if you want to do one-on-one work with me, be having a discount on all of those. The best way to find out is to first go through the automated webinar, the startupfrat.club/product. You will get some offers. They are going to be the absolute best offers. A lot of people say, I don't want to watch a recorded class and then buy an offer. If you come into a live webinar with me, it's going to 2-3 hours of torture, and you're still going to get the same result and same offer all the way till Diwali. Okay, so you want less torture, same result. 30-minute masterclass, startupfrat.club/product. It is one of our 6 masterclasses, best performing, 499 rupees, but the link I gave you will reach you straight over there without any payment gateway or anything like that. Okay, and with that, I look forward to hearing your comments. And please let me know if there was any benefit in me giving you all this free business training. Yeah, I would love to hear that. Encourages me to provide more for you. And I look forward to seeing you around. Bye-bye.